Welcome to the weekly shir, almost, of the Zera Shimshon. I first have to make an apology. I have totally no recall of recording last week, and I don't think I did it, and I have no idea why. It's probably just that Shabbos is getting earlier here, and it's just very difficult to do anything last minute. So I'm doing this on Wednesday, and hopefully be able to listen to it sometime during Chanukah. It's a Chanukah shir from the Zera Shimshon. So once again, I apologize deeply. I don't mean to forget to do the shir. I really like to do this every week. Okay, so here was it's actually in Zera Shimshon in next week's parsha, but I'm doing this now because it's shaykh to Chanukah. And I think we're all in the Chanukah spirit already. So let's try this out. It's not going to be long. It's going to be easy. There's a few halachas that he discusses. Very interesting. Get a little deeper understanding of it. So there's a halacha of kafsa ein zakuk Allah. Okay, if you light the ner Chanukah and it goes out, you're not obligated. Mika, then you're not obligated to light it again. So why is that? The hadlaka oisa mitzvah, because the halacha in Gemara Shabbos Chav Gimel, which is today Chav Gimel Kislev, the Gemara Chav Gimel in Shabbos, where this whole story about Chanukah is taking place, and it's talking about that lighting it is the mitzvah. That's it. Lighting. Fine. Doesn't say you have to burn a half hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. No. It says lighting it is the mitzvah. That's it. So, sheyesh kama mitzvah shenaseis berega. There are a lot of mitzvahs that you can do in an instant. Bang. Okay? I love Hashem. Fine. You did it. I fear Hashem. Some things you could just say in an instant. Even one word can do a great mitzvah for somebody. And Chas v'sholom can do a great avera. We're learning Hilchos Lashon Hara. You can say one word or even shake your head, and you can make a big avera of Lashon Hara. So you could do a mitzvah. Mitzvahs are cheap. You could do it with one word. It's gewaldig. Even with mila, the making a bris, right? That the Greeks didn't like bris mila. It's very barbaric and crude and whatever. I don't know. The doctors still say today it's not. You don't need it. It's not. It's unnecessary. Whatever. They don't understand it's a mitzvah. So the Yavanim already wanted to mevatel it way back in the times of the second Beis Hamikdash. So matzinu hadin kach shemisha mal es ben karoi. So somebody who did the bris milah on his son properly. V'chazra loy ha'orla acher kach, and the orla came back afterwards. Einu chay lemulei shenis minat Torah. So you don't have to go back and make another bris milah from Minat Torah, from the Torah. Rak mipnei ma'aras ha'ayin. That's brought in the Shulchan Aruch or Yoredea Siman Reish Samach Dalet Sivav. If anybody wants to look it up, there it is. Tiknu sheyasimu Chanukah al Pesach beisam. So the Chazal made a takana that you should put the Chanukah on the doorstep where you go out. Right? Samuch l'reshus harabim, which is close to the public domain. Mipnei misham hayu nichnasim ha'ayavim li'araisim hayu mekaimim ha'mitzvahs. Because the enemies would go around and check if we're fulfilling the mitzvahs. Im hayu mekaimim mitzvahs, kishahayu b'toich beisam segurim, if they were fulfilling the mitzvahs when they were in the house. And there's still some have accustomed to, because of the situation that was in Europe, they still light the Chanukah on the table or in the house someplace. But in Eretz Yisrael, I think most people light it outside. It's just very common. And it's a mitzvah that it seems to be that most Jews do. It's an easy mitzvah. What can I tell you? Ve'oidomer Chazal, Gemara in Menachos says, Daf Mem Gimel Am Beis, and shesoid ha-mezuzah lishmor ha'adam yetzer hara. The fundamental act of the mezuzah, amongst other things, is to protect the person from the yetzer hara. That is, rezois tia kavanas ha'adam besumay etzba al yadai al hayamanis al mezuzah. So we have a custom to put our right hand, right, on the mezuzah as we go out the door and as we come in the door. And that's because Sheshem Shin Daled Yud, I don't want to say that, Mishmareu Meyetzer hara. So it says the Shemer Dalseis Hashem, Shin Daled Yud, that shame should protect us from the Yetzer hara, going out and coming in. V'chein Yetzer B'miluai. Then, now, you have to get your pen and paper out, do it. The Yetzer is spelled Yud Sadik Reish, right? When it's spelled out, you print out all the letters in each letter, right? Yud is spelled Yud Vav Daled, Tzadik is spelled Tzadik Daled Yud, and Reish is spelled Reish Yud Shin. The end of those letters is Shin Daled Yud. Isn't that cute? I love it. And furthermore, they shouldn't have any more worry. We shouldn't be frightened from doing mitzvahs from anybody, period, and certainly not the enemies. But we still have to be frightened of the Yetzer hara because he's always coming to get us. Because the Yetzer hara's power is greater than all the enemies of Klal Yisrael. Therefore, they made a takana that the Chanukah should be on the opening of the door. That the mezuzah should be on the right-hand side as you're coming in. And lahachnias hayetzar, to subjugate the Yetzer hara, shalo yasiteu lavor al mitzvahs leisased, to not transgress on any loisai says, like I said before on Lashon Hara. And the Ner Chanukah is on the left-hand side, on Mismoel, HaRomezes, the Kiyum HaMitzvahs essay. That hints on the Kiyum of the Mitzvahs essay. Ve'anu madliki ma'isa b'layla, and we also light the Chanukah at night, except, of course, Erev Shabbos. When the first day is Erev Shabbos, you got to do it earlier because you can't light on Shabbos, okay? The B'yom Shraga B'Teor Lamayich. The Gemara in Chulin says, a candle in the daylight, what does it help? It does nothing. The Ein Lo Or Klal, it doesn't have any light at all. We want that the Chanukah should have light, should spread light into the world. K'dechsiv ki ner mitzvah v'Torah or kadesh lefarsim anes, in order to publicize the miracle, that we can do this mitzvah that is compared to a candle, or a crucible, actually, with oil in it. And furthermore, doing a mitzvah without intention, proper intentions, and there's a lot of kavanas in reference to doing a mitzvah properly. So it's like it doesn't give light at all. It's not illuminating it. Therefore, we light it at night. So that we can, it's a hint to us to tell us that we have to light it at night or closer to night, that any mitzvah we do should bring light into the world. And they also, the Chazal permitted us to use oils and wicks that don't light so well. Not that I'm recommending you should go out and do it, but but it's possible to light the candle. That many people in many different situations lit with things that you couldn't imagine would be kosher for a Chanukah. But And even if they go out, even if it goes out, you're not obligated to relight it. Like it says in the Gemara Saita, Tala Kasav mitzvah ben there. So the whole mitzvah depending on the candle itself, the light. Man ner eino meira ela lefisha, just like a candle or a flame that's with oil and a wick is only temporary. Ma mitzvah eino meira ela lefisha, af mitzvah is also as lefisha. So the mitzvah is also lighting up this world temporarily. But the Torah is over. The Torah is constantly lighting up the mitzvah. Okay, have a wonderful and beautiful and lichtike Chanukah. Kol tov.